Hey guys, it's Styx. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show a couple different designs I did this week, but I decided to show my sketching process, which I don't usually do, just because sometimes that can be interesting. It does take a little extra time, but this video still is just about 10 minutes, even including that. This first design is a custom that I did as a trade, and I really enjoyed it. It was a theme of shapeshifter, and it had a lot of different animal mutations, so it was really fun to work on. As you probably saw, I went through a couple different poses before I found one that I thought worked and went with that. I do like how it turned out, but I am working hard on trying to get my poses to look a little more dynamic. And so that was my attempt at the beginning, was to do one where he wasn't standing on the ground, but instead kind of flying or jumping or something. I just couldn't get it to look attractive that way, so I gave him a very confident standing pose instead. I tend to do a very quick sketch first, and then I kind of clean it up a little bit, and then I go straight into the lining, and I clean it up a lot more when I'm lining and really define where I want the lines to go. I know that a lot of artists do several sketch versions, and they do it over the top of the original, and then they do a cleaner one, and then a cleaner one, and then finally they line. And that's something I think I should try. This works too, but it might be easier in my process if I knew exactly where the lines were going to go before I was lining. This character had a lot of details, and it was a struggle to try and figure out a pose that would show all of them clearly, because this is going to be going on the master list, which is basically a character reference. It needed to be very clear as far as which mutations it had and what the colors were and how the character is built. So that's something I always struggle with when I'm trying to do creative poses for these images, because it has to be very clear. The person I was trading with wanted an all-natural color palette. I had a lot of fun working with these colors because it's easier for me to work with natural colors sometimes, because they all tend to flow together pretty well without a lot of effort. So it was just a matter of rearranging them where I thought they would look nicest, and it was a really enjoyable process. I think the shading and small details are always what makes a character come to life. So that's the last thing I usually do, because I enjoy that process of watching it go from kind of a 2D real flat thing to a fully rounded character. And that's about all I have to say for this character process. So I'll let you watch the rest of this one, and I'll catch you at the beginning of the next one. Okay, so this guy, oh my gosh. I wanted to make a fun adopt, and I wanted to try my hand at some of the mutations I've never done before for a character, and I had so much fun. So he turned into a kind of a centaur dragon type boss looking dude, and I was really happy with his final look. He's actually an auction that is open right now on my DeviantArt. I will put the link in the description if you want to check him out. I knew going in that I wanted to try the centaur mutation that would give him 4 legs, and I wanted to try the bone plating mutation so that he would have kind of armor on, but the rest of it was kind of just improvised as I was playing around. This is another one that had a lot of detail, and I tried to spend a lot of time making sure it all looked cohesive and like it went together and just very high quality. One of the things I did to try and make sure I got it just how I wanted was I would take breaks and I would come back to it and try and look at it with new eyes and see if there was anything that should be added or moved. And at the end you'll see I decided to add a spear that he's holding that I didn't record the process of, but I just really wanted him to be as epic as possible. One of the things I enjoy most about the design is this stone skin and the fact that his insides are red and glowing, and I made it that way to kind of look like magma shining through cracked rock. The character reminds me of a boss you would see in a raid in an MMORPG, so that's kind of what I was going for. I was trying to make him look pretty evil and kind of intimidating. Anyway, today is Father's Day in the US, so happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. And I hope you enjoyed watching this. And the rest of this is just going to go to music, and I'll see you guys next week.